Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought it'd be really fun to bring you guys along as I set up my reading planner. I'm going to be using the same journal that I did last time, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started. So as you can see, I have my reading tracker for 2024. I didn't get too much reading done, but I'm still happy with the books and the progress I read last year. So now I'm just going to go ahead and create the new spread for the year of 2025. So to start, I am just bringing out my watercolor paper that I have on hand. Those are just some sketches I was working on a couple years ago. I do plan to get back to those drawings, but anyway, I was just looking for a blank page so that way I can cut that out and fit it to size of the journal, and that way I can start roughly drawing out my bookshelves. So as you can see here, I'm basically just cutting the page to fit to size of the journal. It didn't matter if the lines were straight really. Obviously I was just marking the page roughly, but I'm going to flip the paper upside down so you won't even see the pen marking in the journal. So next thing, I am bringing out my double-sided tape so that way I don't have to worry about gluing the page down like last time. Not that it didn't work, but I just feel the double-sided tape works a lot better. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut some pieces out and then put it to the page, and that way I can stick it onto the journal. So now I'm just making sure that the tape is secure onto the page, and I'm just peeling off the backing so that way the adhesive side is stuck on the page, and that way I can just add it to the journal. I did have this pre-recorded. I've just been working a lot recently. I've been picking up a lot of hours at work now that school is over. So I've been meaning to have this done for a while now. It's been a couple of days since I worked on this, but anyway, I still enjoyed the process, and I'm finally happy I got to do the voiceover because I've been anxious to get back to this. But anyway, so now that the tape is all secure and the page is onto the journal, I'm just roughly with a pencil, I'm just making my bookshelves. It didn't matter to me if it didn't come out perfect, because that's why I like to do things in pencil first, because that way when I go over it with pen, I can make the adjustments there. Throughout the video, you guys will see that I do make adjustments with the shelves. I did have a few whoopsies, if you will, because I didn't realize that my ruler wasn't straight, or I just came out too much on one side, but it's totally fine. That's why I go over it with pencil, and then I step back and look and make sure I'm happy with it before I go over it with pen. But I just thought I'd leave my mistakes in there, and you guys can see that I do erase it and I do go back and fix it. But yeah, overall I do enjoy the process. I do miss drawing. There's just something that I love about drawing. It just helps me relax. It allows me to be creative, and I just love drawing reading trackers. I think it's a lot of fun filling in the book titles, even though I do feel like I could read a whole lot more, especially now that school's over and I didn't have a lot of time last year. I'm looking forward to this year's reading. I really want to get way more books colored in. I just love coloring in the bookshelves, or the books I should say, when I have them drawn out. It's just so fun to keep track and color in a book onto my journal. It just makes me feel so accomplished, and it just makes me feel good that I'm using my supplies and I'm keeping track of my reading. So I just really enjoy this process. I don't know if any of you find that fun, but I really enjoy drawing something out and then using it to keep track of my reading. And I don't know, it just enhances the reading experience, if you will. So here I just start drawing out the books roughly. This is a rough draft, guys. You'll see that when I go over it with pen, I do kind of adjust. I make adjustments as I go along. I realized I didn't like the shape, or it came out way too crooked or whatever. So this was literally just a rough draft, but You'll see when I go over it with pen, I do make adjustments and it comes out a lot better. Looking back, I realized that I did not like the way certain books came out, so you'll see in a little bit that I do erase them and I just make adjustments. So that's why I really recommend, if you're making bookshelves or you're drawing them out, make sure you do it in pencil first, so that way if you make a mistake and you didn't like the way something came out, you can always go back and erase it. I realized that with this one, it came out a lot more simpler compared to the one I did last year. The other one I did last year was a lot more decorative, but for some reason I was feeling the more simple look, just the basic look of books on a bookshelf. I wasn't going for anything complicated. Not that the other one was complicated or anything like that, but I don't know. I just didn't feel like adding anything decorative or any plants or anything. I just wanted strictly books on a bookshelf. That's all I was going for, and I really liked the way it came out at the end. So here is just another example of where I messed up, and I'm simply just erasing the lines and I'm just going over it again. So that's why I really do like drawing these out with pencil first, because you can always make adjustments as opposed to starting out with ink and then it's like you can't go back and erase that. So that's why I do recommend at first drawing them out with pencil, so that way you can always go back and make adjustments. So as you guys can see here, I already outlined the bookshelf with some black pen. I had to pull the journal closer to me and it came out of frame, so that's why you guys couldn't see it. But anyway, I went over the shelf with the black pen. So now I'm just going to take the same pen and go over the spines of the books. So I don't know if you guys could really tell or really notice, but I did end up drawing the shelf a lot higher and then I just drew the books a lot lower. I just realized when I took a step back, I did not like the way the pencil drawing was looking. To me, it just looked really cramped and really cluttered. So when I was going over it with pen, I was just making some adjustments. And that's why I highly recommend doing this with pencil first, so that way when you're tracing the lines over it with your pen, you can make some adjustments. So now that I have outlined the drawing completely with ink, I'm going to go ahead and take my pen eraser and erase all the pencil markings. So I should probably mention that I did not count initially how many books I drew, but when I went back and counted, I drew a little over 100 books, which is totally fine by me. I'm not saying I'm going to read over 100 books this year, even though that'd be really great if I did, but I was just trying to fill up the page as much as possible with as many books as I possibly could, and I'm really happy with the final result. And you never know, if I read over 100 books, that'd be totally great, but either way, I was just really happy with the way it turned out at the end. So moving on, I did previously create this cover page for the books that I read in February, and I just went with this Kiki's Delivery Service theme. I just thought it came out really cute. And then over onto the next page, here is where I'm going to keep track of the books strictly that I read in February, as well as give my star ratings. So if I gave a book a 3-star rating or a 5-star rating, here's where I'm going to keep track. But right now, I'm just going to go ahead and fill in the spines of the books that I read so far. I want to quickly mention that I'm really happy with my reading progress so far. I recently finished reading Night Shift by Annie Crown, and it was a really cute read. I gave it a 3-star rating, but I will give more of my thoughts and my final review on another vlog. But yeah, it was a solid read. I really did enjoy it, but it just wasn't like a 5-star rating for me, unfortunately, but it's still enjoyable. It's fun, it's insta-lovey, it's a book you cannot take too seriously. I just really enjoyed it. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that I finished reading another book, and I will give my final thoughts and review in another vlog. So here I'm just taking out my watercolor markers, and I'm going to go ahead and fill in the book covers that I've read so far, and I will continue to color in the books. Obviously, as I read a book, I will just go ahead and color it in, and I'm just really excited to see how many books I get through this year. So here I just brought out my little smaller binder of stickers, and I'm just pulling out some options to decorate the page with. I don't end up using all of the supplies that I have on hand. I was just seeing what options I have to work with. But yeah, basically I'm just pulling out some stickers. I was considering to use the scrap paper that you see in the background. I was going to use it, but I don't end up using it in the video, but I will probably end up using it at another time. But basically, I was just seeing what I have on hand. I really wanted to decorate the page a little more, so that's why I was just going through my stickers and seeing what I could use. So basically I just pulled out some black scrap paper that I had on hand, and I'm just basically going to cut it to size. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I was just cutting it down, and then I'm going to label it using my white jelly pen, and I'm just going to write book ratings onto the black paper. and I really like the way it came out. I really like the way the white jelly pen looks against the black scrap paper. And then I really apologize that my camera moves. I have my iPad on my tripod and I just kept bumping it, so I apologize for that. But anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and stick those onto the page using my double-sided tape. So basically all I'm doing is writing the title, which is book ratings, and I'm using my jelly pen to do that. And then you'll see further into the video, I do end up drawing some branches and a little bit of stars, if you will. I just wanted to add a little bit more embellishment so it didn't look so basic. So in honor of the month of February, instead of drawing out stars to give my ratings, I went ahead and drew some hearts, and I thought it came out really cute, so I went ahead and did that. I know previously in the vlog that I mentioned that I have already finished reading Night Shift, which I did, but during the time when I was filming this video, I was still in the process of reading the book, which is why you don't see my rating, but I already updated my reading journal, so that's all good there. But anyway, here's where I'm just adding some stickers. I just felt for the month of February it needed more embellishments, a little more flowers or butterflies. It was missing that. I just felt it needed more decorative pieces. So here I'm just playing around with some stickers and I'm just seeing where I'd like to place them. So I'm just seeing my options here at this point, and I'm just adding a little more decorative pieces just to make the page pop a little more. So as you can see, I did add a lot more stickers to the page, and I ended up using these beautiful stickers that Cowboy gifted to me recently, and I just thought they came out really cute, really adorable, and it really fit the theme. I just love how these stickers looked. I believe these stickers are from Hobby Lobby, and I just like that they're clear in the background or transparent. I just think it looks really cute, and it really just makes the page pop. So I'm really happy I have those. And here is the final result of this page. I really love these stickers. They came out really cute, and I really like how they fit the theme. I just love using those stickers. I just felt they really make the page pop. But anyway, moving on, I'm just seeing my options, what else I wanted to work on at the time, and then I remembered that I wanted to color in the bookshelf. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that using my watercolor markers. And I just went with this like peachy color. It's kind of like a light pink, if you will. It's more on the peachy side, but I just wanted to go ahead and use that theme for some reason. I was just feeling that color instead of like a dark solid brown color. I just wanted to go for a lighter tone, and I just really like the way it turned out. I believe I used the same color I did last year, and I was really happy with it, so I went ahead and did the same thing for this year. And that is it, you guys. That is all I have for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me once again. I'm really happy with the way my journal spreads came out. I thought they came out really good. I have way more to do in my reading journal. I'm very excited about it, but so far this is what I have. Comment down below, let me know what you guys think, and I'm really looking forward to giving you guys my final thoughts on Night Shift. That will be coming out pretty soon. But once again, thank you so much for joining me. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you all next time.